Abuse VQ, stay locked in.
You already know what it is, team. G plus time. Let's get this oil cooler set up. Had the car running for a hot minute just to stir up that oil so it'll be nice and viscous, flow very nicely. And yeah, let's go. All right, so we're gonna start wrapping this with the Teflon tape. Get that nice and sturdy. This is the adapter to your oil filter, so we want to wrap all of these with Teflon tape real nice and tight. This is the adapter that's going to go over the actual screw for your oil filter, so we don't need to wrap that, but gotta make sure I got a socket that's gonna get that on tight enough, or I just might have to go in with some pliers or some vice grips, tighten it up real nice. But I believe I got a socket that fits that. But definitely gonna take these out and wrap these with some Teflon tape. Let's go. All right, team, so Teflon taped the main tube that's gonna be going to these connector hoses right here. And then we're going to get these undone. We're gonna Teflon tape those. But for the main, connectors, these are 24. So definitely need a 24 for that. To tighten these all the way down, I went ratchet hand tight, team. You don't want to over tighten it, but you want to make sure it's nice and snug. No impact, nothing like that. Hand tight. That's what I did. Hand tight and Teflon tape them. Trying to do my best to not touch the Teflon tape. Keep that clean. And we'll do the side mounts. I believe these are other oil joints, like we got a turbo joint. So we'll do those, but let's get in here and Teflon tape these two. Find the size for this so we can tighten those down properly, and let's go. Everything Tefloned up, I would highly recommend connecting the adapter to your hoses with the Teflon tape. Let me see if you can see. Yeah, you see Teflon taped up. So now, keep that O-ring there. I'm gonna put a little bit of fresh oil around this O-ring. Then we're gonna line it up from the kit, right? The one that fits best with our filter and that fits best with the filter here. It's gonna be this one right here, this M20. You see, sorry, M20, the 1.5 fitting from the G Plus kit. So let's get it started. See what we got going, team. Yeah, everything is nice and snug. I need to get some adjustable wrenches, but I use some pliers and adjustable vice grips, some vice grips to tighten that down. So those are like super snug. No backing off on that. I mean, I could probably try and make them a little tighter once I have them on, but as of right now, everything is looking real wavy. Real wavy. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. So I want to set this up so now I have an idea of exactly where we're going to be mounting the kit. So I know where I'm drilling the holes and where I'm putting the bracket. Let's go. All right, team. I want to give y'all that. We got it set up. You're going to want to have it on an angle to where this coolant line that goes into your actual oil cooler over here before it comes in. This is a little coolant hose that's in here, so you want to kind of make sure that's your lineup point where this can line up in between those and run it off. You'll also see what I did was I had some extra hose, right? I cut the hose and I ran it along where this whole thing will be touching possibly. Ask me why I did it. If you follow me, you already know these get extremely hot. This is metal, like aluminum. So this rubbing against this bare with no hose or anything covering it, it's gonna eventually make a hole and this is gonna leak. So this is a preventative measure here. I also did one right here. Might not be able to see on how this has it covered, but see right under there? That right there. I did the same thing with the hose there from where it may be rubbing right here. And that will prevent any leaks on that end. Got the banjo here nice and snug. Everything here is looking snug. It's looking good. We're just gonna finish running everything around so we can get an idea of where we're gonna drill the holes and take it from there, team. Alright, my G's, I got it lined up for the most part. Like here, this is gonna be the top portion to brace it here. Then I got the 2 screws to brace it down there. Bracket is in. I actually, made 1 hole over here, and these 2 holes already came with it. Can't really get to these 2 holes on how I wanted to really tie it down, but for the most part, let's lock the hoses down here up top. Lock those in. Teflon tape these, but of course, and lock it down, and pardon me, let's go from there, team. Let's lock it in, throw that fresh oil up in there, you know what I'm saying? Got the new oil filter on, so we are in there. Let's get it, team. Yeah, real talk. Fill this bitch up and see how we sound. Add oil as needed. Let's see. We in, locked in. I went with a little smaller than the last one I had with the last oil cooler kit that I went with from G+. It was a 28 row. This one is a 19 row. So I don't know, maybe that 28 row might have been a little bit too big. It might have been taking away some pressure and compression from the engine. So this is how I got my joint set up. But yeah, team, know what I mean? We looking good. About to throw the oil in it. See what's up. And get it popping. Get it popping. Get it popping. Yes, I know it's different. I know they use a 5W30, but I'm gonna start it off like that so we can get it in the system, get it in a oil cooling kit. So we'll be straight. But let's get it, team. You already know. Start up looking good, team. We looking real good. Don't see no leaks. Everything looking righteous. No leaks. I gotta put this under some pressure. But as of right now, no leaks. So, a little something to help out with this damn oil leak. And we locked in, good to go. See it. I'll slap this back together and go for a drive. Come back, jack it up, see what we look like, but now, oh, that's the coolant. That's the coolant from the what's his name, right? I gotta fix that hose. I gotta fix that hose. See, this is why you pay attention. Gotta fix that hose. See, leaking coolant. All right, since I moved that hose, let's see. All right, team. So good to go. Everything's nice and tight. The clamp on that hose in the back just wasn't like spread all the way out, so it wasn't clamping properly. It had a small leak. Fixed that. Clearly nothing leaking. Everything is wavy. Everything is wavy. business. Let's go. You already know your boy Sir V, aka that OG, in the building. Let's go. Oh yeah. Windshield wiper blades looking fresh. Here's a Roni. Looking fresh, looking fresh. Let those finish drying, slap those on in a minute. This is actually what I use. I like that. I like that. Nice and glossy. Real nice. Alright, y'all see it, team. We are locked in. Little nightshade. You know, tint these up. Give them that nice tint. Let's get it. Yeah, already know the vibe.